Hey everybody, it's Gail Ledbetter. Welcome to a brand new school year. Can you believe it's already August 2019? That means many of us are in school mode already. Some of us have moved kids into dormitories to start college. Others of us are uh, working on our planners and getting ready for a school year. Some of us, homeschooling families, may take the option of waiting a little bit into September before we start thinking about going back to school. But nonetheless, many of us have school mode on our minds, and so I just wanted to pop in really quick, tell you a quick story, and then make an offer, a special offer to you for this back to school time of year. So, this is a true story. I first have to say, I feel a little bit like I've been missing in action for a while. Our summer this year has just flown by, as most of them always do, but we are now a military family. Ta da! Our oldest daughter just left for boot camp not even 2 weeks ago, so we are now an Air Force family. So here we go. She just shipped out to San Antonio, Texas on August 6th. So it has been a whirlwind for us to get her underway like that. So, anyway, that's one of our things we've been really super busy with. Uh, Summertime is always huge. In fact, I've got two starting back to college tomorrow, which is another reason this is a busy time. So, a 22-year-old going back and a 20-year-old. So, wow, my kids are getting old. I'm not. Okay, I like to say that. So, anyway, as we were preparing to take our daughter um, to the military entrance processing station a couple of weeks ago, we were back at home gathering the last bits of her things, and she was about to leave home really for several months. And so I noticed a notification come across my Instagram, and I took a look at it, and it was pretty interesting because I noticed that someone had mentioned me in their story. And so there was a little notification, and so I clicked on it to see what it was, and it was from Cindy West. Some of you may have heard of Cindy. She is she's known in Charlotte Mason circles. She's been a homeschool mom for years and years and years, and so I think her she's known as our Westward Journey. That's how you can look her up, Cindy West. So anyway, she had mentioned me on her Instagram story, which I was very grateful for that. And so I noticed that she was actually using the prototype in its very, very early days of the product that I came up with. And so way back then, it was called Unveiling Heart and Soul. And that was the very, very beginnings of our chronological book list of classic world literature. So I was very humbled and flattered to hear her description of how she still to this day uses our resource. And so what she was doing was setting up her planner for the coming school year. And so if you want to see what Cindy had to say about it, you can look on Instagram. You can follow me at gail.ledbetter, and you can look into the stories at the top of my little description there, and you'll find her comment under a tab called products. So that's interesting. It's very short, but you can, get the gist of what Cindy had to say about it. So back to the story though. I noticed it went right past me at first, but then after I glanced again, I noticed that really and truly Cindy was using the 2011 version. And so that our resource has gone through about 4 iterations. Is in the 4th version. So she had the very first one. So in 2012, the very next year, I changed the name to Timeline of Classics. And even here, I called it Historical Context for the Books We Love. And so, this was my very first, off the presses thing where I self-published it, took it out to some like a Office Depot type place, and got a bunch of them printed up, and went to some book sales, just some local things around my area to kind of get it started and get the word out. And so that's where I got to start, and that is actually the one that I sent a copy to Andrew Pudewa of the Institute for Excellence in Writing. And so I was very thrilled in 2012 that they took a look at this, my prototype, and wanted to publish it. And so the very next year, in 2013, this is now the 3rd version, we have same thing, Timeline of Classics. We adjusted the title just a tad and called it, the subtitle is Historical Context for the Good and Great Books. Okay, so this is version 3, and Excellence in Writing, my publisher. So love, love, love it. All right, so this one is the beautified version. It's the IEW version. And so we went through, we made some, just really good, I don't know, publisher beautification, I guess you'd call it. So that's where that one came from. And so it really, all this just, seeing that Cindy was still using the 2011 version just made me want to just put the word out that, hey, there's now even a 2nd edition, which is actually the 4th, I would say, iteration of this whole project. And so it's still Timeline of Classics, Historical Context for the Good and Great Books. We added just a few more things to the back of this one in the appendix. And this comes from having several years of classroom teaching, having tutoring students, literary analysis classes, both online and in co-op settings. So in the back of this version, which is the 2016 edition, we have some more teacher tools in the back that really are help you know how to teach literature. And so that's this version. So Cindy, if you're listening, I am mailing you this one. So we're going to skip 2 other editions and send you the latest one. So anyway, I don't want to take up a whole lot of time, but just wanted to pop in and say, welcome to a new school year, and I would love to offer you a special discount back to school. This would be good now through the end of September 2019. So good now through September 30th. And also, in case you didn't know, this is available not only in the spiral bound book version published by Excellence in Writing, or IEW, but I also have it on my website for the ebook edition. So welcome back to a new school year. Hope you are enjoying your planning and all those things, but do check it out. Timeline of Classics, Historical Context for the Good and Great Books. Hope this is a good resource for you. It really is a chronological listing of classic world literature placed within the context, and so it's a great thing. So hopefully you will find it as useful as Cindy has for the past 8 years. And so best to you in 2019-2020 school year. Thanks for listening.